What is up, y'all? Here's a movie review. What is going on, everybody? This is Ray from Rated R Reviews. I'm doing a quick movie review on the movie Bushwick. It is now on Netflix. Let's get into this. I am a Brooklyn native. I am New York bred and true here within these great confines of this great city that I am sick and fucking tired of because of oversaturation. It's too expensive and the MTA is just driving me freaking nuts. So, with that being said, I do love this city. I come from this. And I am a Brooklynite true and true. So when I saw that there was a movie called Bushwick on Netflix, I was like, hey, let me check this out. It stars Dave Bautista as a guy named Stoop and a young lady named Brittany Snow named Lucy. Now the main movie starts off with Lucy getting off the train in Bushwick and with her boyfriend, and she's gonna go visit her grandmother because she's returning home from some trip. Now, apparently she was born here her character was born here in Brooklyn, so she's returning. So anyway, apparently Lucy and her boyfriend don't realize that well, I don't want to tell you that, that'll ruin part of the story, but there is a much larger situation going on within New York. Now she's coming up into Bushwick, so Bushwick is pretty much a war zone. Cinematography wise, the movie's being shot pretty much in one single frame, one single shot. There's not too many cuts, there's not too many, I think throughout the whole movie, I think there's like 2 or 3 transitions that they try to use light or darkness to transition from one scene to another. And that's something I could definitely appreciate for the simple fact that it's almost like that movie Birdman. They're trying to shoot it in one single shot, the entire movie. It doesn't matter how they want to shoot it, they just want to do it in one shot. A couple of times here and there you could tell where they change up, but they do a very good job with the cinematography of this movie. I gotta give them that much respect. The basic storyline of Bushwick is Lucy comes back. She can't get to where she's going. She runs into Dave Bautista's character named Stoop, and he's like this ex-veteran, ex-military guy, and he's trying to leave New York completely because he's trying to get upstate to his kid. Or he's trying to leave the state to get to his kid. I can't remember that part for some reason. Anyway, so he's trying to escape New York because of all the crap that's going on. Literally, the militia has been told to kill people on sight if they're not part of the militia. Whether the people are police officers, whether they're army, whether they're black, white, green, yellow, Chinese, it doesn't matter. If you're not part of the militia, you're the enemy and they want to kill you. So Lucy is running through the streets, runs into Stoop, and they're both running the streets now in Brooklyn, trying to get from point A to point B. Another part of the story that I don't want to tell you about because it's kind of a part of the plot. And they're just dodging bullets left and right. Again, everything is shot in one sequence, one shot. Or they at least make that attempt to shoot it in one shot, which again, I have to appreciate. So with that being said, the action of this movie is pretty low key. It's not super action packed. It's not something that's gonna be like a Marvel movie, like, Dave Bautista in Guardians of the Galaxy. It's very low key, independent. You could tell they kind of shot it with maybe 1 camera, 2 cameras at most. But definitely they did organize those shots extremely well, just so that way it looks almost seamless. Okay. Now let's get to the bad stuff. That's a drawing I did of myself, so you kind of see my face a little bit. Anyway, so now the bad stuff about the movie Bushwick. Some scenes seem like they're just way too long. They are super long. Movie's runtime, it's already an hour and a half long, which is pretty much the standard of movies. That's like the shortest really a movie should be, kind of, especially if it's gonna be released on DVD or in theaters or anything like that. But really some scenes felt like they were elongated. They were just kind of dragged on. Like if you can cut 30 seconds out of this scene and 20 seconds out of that scene, then the movie probably would have wound up being about an hour, maybe 55 minutes. It would have been a much tighter edit, and the movie would have seemed more interesting and faster paced. So that's where that's where the movie kind of fails. And also there's not enough going on in the story. You have this great background. Like halfway through the movie, you figure out what's going on because they kind of explain it to you. a little too much exposition there, but they explain to you what's going on in the background, and they don't cut anywhere else. They're just following these two people get from point A to point B. And don't even get me started about the last 15 minutes of it, because the last 15 minutes of the movie, I was a little annoyed. Right, one character introduced halfway through the movie, I was like, what? Get this character. Maybe because it reminded me of an ex-girlfriend, but whatever. The movie on Rotten Tomatoes got a 50%. I believe it's a little bit better than that, but in comparison to a lot of other movies that I've seen, I wouldn't put it too much higher. I would have given maybe 65% because of just the sheer ability to organize the scenes the way they shot them. And Bautista, let me tell you, Bautista actually did a much better acting job here than he's done in almost anything he has, except for like Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 1 and 2. Bushwick is a funny movie. I feel a certain way about it because I am from Brooklyn. I'm not from Bushwick specifically. I'm from Southside. But it's like a lot of my friends who are from Bushwick would be like, why did they choose this character to follow when Bushwick is something else? Like, I don't want to get into it, but a lot of them would agree with me with what I just said right there. But the movie is worth a watch. I do say give Bushwick a chance. It's on Netflix right now. As you watch this video, it's on Netflix. Dave Bautista gives a good performance, much better performance than usual. A little bit more dramatic. He does kick some ass in this movie, let me tell you. But more like on a realistic stage, not an over the top. He's jumping over 5 cars and battling aliens or anything like that. But and then a young lady named Brittany Snow who plays Lucy, she's okay. You kind of follow her character and you're just like, okay, her acting ability is fine. Check out Bushwick on Netflix. Tell me what you think about it. Leave it in the comments. And also give me some feedback on other movies that you guys want me to review. I know I didn't do a review for Thor because everybody and their mother was going to go see Thor. I know that. The movie was great. There you go. That's my review on Thor. Yeah. Leave some comments in the section below. Share the video. Subscribe. Pretty soon I'm going to release a top 10 movies of the year. I got to see a few more movies before I do that. And maybe like a little holiday special video like I did last year. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'm Ray. Peace out.